star power and Sekou Smith's MVP ladder, kicking a man when he's down. Paul George got the banged-up shoulder, and Sekou puts him down 2 spots to number 5. Joel Embiid wasn't in the top 5 last week, so he kicks Jokic out despite him playing well, and Joel Embiid's in at number 4. Steph Curry moves up a spot, punishing Giannis for sitting out games, and James Harden, 57 points the other night. We saw it live on Crunch Time where you're watching with us, but his Rockets lost. Yet James Harden moves up to the number 1 spot. Why this week do we have the reigning MVP at number 1 on your MVP ladder?
Well, you make it sound so punitive when somebody moves up or down the ladder. I don't know if I like that. Part of it is you have to make a mark, Jared. We can't just usher guys in. We can't grandfather you into your spot every week just because you've had a great season. We got 3 weeks in the season left. You still have to make a mark. You got to go out and play games. This is where, to me, James Harden won that MVP last year, going away, the best record in the league. But it's also because while everybody else was doing load management, James Harden was grinding and playing. He doesn't relent. He never takes a break. Now, this could be a bad thing come playoff time.
Right.
You worry about, has he burned that candle a little too much on one end? But that is how you finish a season, and that might be how you win a second straight MVP if you're James Harden.
Let me ask you this, because I've heard this from many people who do what you do and put together an MVP list. None of them are the latter. I understand that. But many have said there is nothing that can happen that could include anybody other than Giannis and James Harden into the final 2.5 weeks of this season, into this MVP vote. Is there anything Curry, Embiid, Paul George, Jokic, is there anything any of those guys could do to get back into the race with Harden and Giannis?
Short of a couple of 100-point games back-to-back.
Right, back-to-back 100.
Like, you got to get them back-to-back. You
right.
can't just get one and then take a couple days off and get another. You got to get them back-to-back. You got to do something outlandish.
I just want to let you know, we have you on tape, so if by chance somebody over the next 2 weeks does score 100 and you don't put them at number 2 or number 1 on the list,
I said back-to-back.
Right, exactly.
Back-to-back.
That's right.
All right. If it happens, believe me, I will have no problem adjusting this ladder. But outside of something galactic like that, something just out of this world, it's tough because you've not only played an entire season, Jared, you got to put together an MVP caliber body of work that stands up to potentially a fade in the last week or two of the season, maybe some load management, maybe you taking a break. So, yeah, it's going to take a monumental effort for anybody to break into that mix.
LeBron, can he get back in the mix?
Yeah, here you go, fanboy. Here we go.
Sekou Smith, check him out on NBA.com. That's